Hello, everyone. This is the Revelation Space Collection, Volume 2 by Alastair Reynolds. My only criticism of both collections is that he didn't give some kind of better cover. It's just rocks in space. I'd have some good space art on it or something. But otherwise, Alastair Reynolds basically reminds science fiction fans why they're science fiction fans. This stuff is just that good. So First off, we have Turquoise Days. This is it features what they're called pattern jugglers. And these are microorganisms that can be found in the seas of various worlds. And if you go in and immerse yourself in them, things like you are given a powerful mental talent that you didn't have before. And one of the previous stories of the previous collection, for example, this lady was given this powerful mathematical ability, and she used it to help solve puzzles to break into this large needle, this alien needle that no one knows what is at the top of. Minds can be switched, or you could be completely absorbed into this goo of microorganisms. So two sisters live on this world. Some visitors are coming along and they want to destroy the pattern jugglers. One of the sisters has been lost. She's the older sister. She got absorbed by the pattern jugglers. So what you have here is a story concerning let's not destroy something just because you're a little bit afraid of it, and family loss and reunion. But it's a very bittersweet tale, but extremely enjoyable. Next story, Weather. Weather is the name of a conjoiner, and the conjoiner are basically the Borg of Revelation Space. They have a lot of machine parts, especially in their mind. They're identified by what looks like a mohawk on top of their head of circuitry, because it needs their minds are so advanced that they need a heat removal system. And they talk to each other mentally. It is a society all together as one unified mind, but they do have some individuality. And in this, one of the ships that they're on, it's a human crew, but they've been attacked by pirates, but they survived the attack. But there appears to be another attack coming, and their ship is damaged enough they're not sure they can get away. They happen to have a conjoiner on the ship, and they wake her up and try to get her to help. The captain does not like conjoiners at all, and for good reason. When the conjoiners first came around, they tried to take over humanity and force themselves. Here's circuitry, just like the Borg. You're going to become one of us. As a unified mind, Weather explains we realized we made mistakes and that we shouldn't have done this, and we're better now than we were then. Still, people do not trust conjoiners, and the captain lost his wife to the conjoiners. There is again, not quite a reunion. Let's call it an indirect one, as everyone's memories are stored somewhere. If there's one thing I wondered about, is that does each conjoiner have they must have a large memory space to have all this information available to them. But Weather here has information about his wife and a message, and there's yet another bittersweet scene. I don't remember if in the rest of Revelation Space they ever explained how the engines work. All the starships are fitted with conjoiner engines. There are these twin engines that allow them to go to just shy of the speed of light. And I don't remember them ever saying, unless I just missed it or I can't remember, I'm getting old now, where how these engines work in detail. You just get them on your ship, you can manipulate them a little bit, but the engineering is not something you can find out. Well, in this short story, we find out, and I won't give it away, but let's just say it's both utterly fascinating and utterly horrifying at the same time. It is considered an ascension of sorts. There's a little minor romantic subplot in there. It probably didn't need to be in there, but still, I think it added to the flavor, and I actually liked it. Uh, Grafenwalder's Bestiary. So take Gordon Gekko from Wall Street and make him an alien collector. You have this utterly detestable dude, rich in high society, and everyone's trying to one up each other with all the stuff that they collect and can get their hands on, and will in in a completely dishonorable fashion, any chance they get, try to undermine everyone else around them. Fun to read though, and his main obsession throughout his life, I think they're called denizens, and these were originally people who were transformed into sea people who could survive under the oceans of Europa and moon of Jupiter. And he has a history with them that is not good. And here he is off now in another solar system, and his is a karma tale. And a previous character in one of the other short stories, this doctor who used to do experiments on people as a part of his karma. It's body horror, and it's just all these stories are just so well written. Nightingale. So what we have here is this is a set up like a heist. There's this former what do they call it, a wartime criminal, and they know he's on some kind of ship, but it's a lost ship. It's a relic of, maybe it doesn't exist, maybe it does. So this dude, he gathers people up like a heist, and they go to find a ship. Your point of view is one of the people hired to go in. The main guy has an identity issue, a good bait and switch there. But this is, when you get to this ship, they have artificial intelligence throughout the Revelation space series, and the ship can actually start out at one level and attain another level, and that's what they're dealing with here. Is it's not like a trap-filled dungeon, but it's about the next best thing. The previous book collection, rather, had a trap-filled dungeon, the puzzles. This isn't so much puzzles, it's just, there's water on the side of this, there's air in this one, they're just going through the environment as they hack their way in, essentially. Well, another body horror tale, as our team here becomes celebrities in a way that isn't a way I would want to live, and somehow they live through that. Just it makes your skin crawl to think, going through life and the way they wind up. Monkey Suit is a really fast one. It's basically, basically, if you've ever heard the term grease monkey, that's what it's referring to, because someone's job is to put on a spacesuit and go out and do repairs and inspections on the outer hull of the ship as it's traveling at 99 something percent of the speed of light. And someone gets killed, and someone has to go out and retrieves the body, retrieves the suit, and time is of the essence, and the captain wants the dude to get in that suit and repair it instead of just making another one. And it's a tale of filling someone's shoes and them becoming a part of you as you take on your new job. Real quick one though, but still good. This one's probably my favorite, The Last Log of the Lacrimosa. So the construction of this is you have someone right at the offset talking to the former captain of the ship, and so it's basically a mutiny of sorts that has occurred here, and the mutineer is talking to the captain. And so you get the conversation with the captain, mixed with the actual happenings, the story that unfolded. Only during the conversation, the whatever the captain says is done off page, so you just see the mutineer speaking and then responding to whatever it happened the captain say. And those are my favorite parts of it. As for the story itself, they are going, again, every one of these are all spacefarers. They're all looking for relics and technology, and They wind up on a planet where someone has crash landed. They went into a cave. And you have a strange, something vaguely like the pattern jugglers, uh, where it's something natural, but it's they kind of almost act like the conjoiners, or something's going to take you over once you find out what it is. The captain, there's no wonder this guy gets mutinied on, as he talks about loyalty and respect, but he has a pet monkey that goes with him in a little suit and goes on their adventure, and he cares way more about the monkey than he does his crew members. And it's fun listening to the mutineer very sarcastically tell him why he's about to experience the ending that he's going to experience. Night Passage. This one is now we have a point of view from an actual ship captain, where people don't like the conjoiners, so someone's trying to frame them and start up a war against them. And there's a discovery. I almost wish this one had been more of either a larger, like a novella, or at least a full-length novel, because there was certainly enough material there to do it. Because you have this discovery of something that behaves quite a bit like a black hole, but it's not a black hole. Some advanced alien thing or natural occurrence of some kind, something completely different, but it does draw you in, and once you get too close, you cannot get away from it. And mutiny, framing, a captain trying to save their crew, sacrifice made so they can get away from it, but without the captain's word on it and input, due to her taking the lead in the action of the adventure. So all of this, it just Revelation Space is one of those things where you almost wish you could forget it and start over and do it again. I've only read through it all once, so my memory of everything isn't perfect, but again, each book is distinct. The only you can read them pretty much as standalones, though there is a trilogy sitting in the middle of it, doing having to do with an Inspector Dreyfus, police captain who solves crimes around another world and another solar system. I think I read what is considered the second of the three, and it stood alone by itself. I didn't need to read. I eventually would read the first one, but you don't really need to. You can pretty much read just about any book in the series by itself. It has quite a bit of stuff outside of Revelation Space, and just quickly, my favorite is the version. And I was trying to figure out a way to tell you a little bit about it without giving away, but I'm just going to read the blurb because that was pretty simple. In the 1800s, a sailing ship crashes off the coast of Norway. In the 1900s, a Zeppelin explores an icy canyon in the Antarctic. In the far future, a spaceship sets out for an alien artifact. Each excursion goes horribly wrong, and on every journey, Dr. Silas Quaid is the physician. But only Silas seems to realize that these events keep repeating themselves. It's up to him to figure out why and how to stop it all from happening. And so there's a mystery in here that I don't even want to try to hint at to give it away. But that's a great book right there. One of those that I'd have to, gets consideration if I ever made a top 10 list. So next week, I've had this for a few years sitting around. This is a memory called Empire by Arkady Martine. And it is a duology. I'm wondering if I have to read the second one, so we'll see. Ambassador Mahit Dzmir travels to the capital of the interstellar Teixcalli. That's a Teixcalli. Can't wait. Empire, eager to take up her new post. She arrives only to discover that her predecessor has died, and no one will admit that his death wasn't accidental, or that Mahit might be next. Now Mahit must discover who is behind the murder, rescue herself, and save her small but fiercely independent mining station from Teixcallan's increasing expansion. all while navigating an alien culture that is all too seductive, engaging in intrigues of her own, and hiding a deadly technological secret, one that might spell the end of her station and her way of life, or rescue it from annihilation. From what I understand, the predecessor is dead, and if I'm not mistaken, it's there's been a download, and so the personality, I don't know if it's an actual sentient conscious mind or it's just a copy. So it's like an artificial intelligent program. She downloads it in her own mind, and it's a companion throughout the book. That's what if I'm not mistaken. And so obviously, if this is good enough, I will go grab its sequel. And that is that. Yeah, I had to cut off. I made it through again. My schedule was just I gotta hop, fill up my days off with things to do and keep schedule. That's it though. Again, just you're not gonna miss Alastair Reynolds. Just great stuff. I think he's on a pause. He wrote his last Revelation book and hasn't continued. He wants to be, I guess, done with it, and then hopefully he'll continue writing something else. I think there was one book called The House of Suns that I wasn't that high about, but otherwise have I read everything? I think I might have. If I haven't read everything, I'm only missing like one or two things, and it's all just good. Great writer. So that is next week. That's it. Thank you all very much. Bye bye.